This conference will now be recorded.
Wow. Hello, Param, can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Sorry. Okay. Uh, there are four concepts in WebDriver architecture. What is Selenium Kite Library, JSON Wire Protocol, Browser Driver, and Process. Okay. Suppose how to tell this is, suppose you write this code. Okay, in WebDriver driver equal to new Firefox driver, and whatever the code you are writing, this is nothing but Selenium bindings. This is nothing but Selenium client library or language bindings. Okay, that is nothing but bindings. This thing, every program which you write, every statement which is you write is nothing but Selenium client library or client language bindings. Okay, what happens is, suppose when you run any program, like you write your program and you execute this program. Okay, at the back end, what will happen is, how does Selenium WebDriver work is, at the back end, what happens is, when you run any program, every statement, every statement script, converted into URL. Okay, yes. At the back end, it is you don't find all that thing. I mean, in front end, what you'll see, browser will be launching and URL will be launching and actions will be performing. That is the front end which you will be seeing. In the back end, what happens? Actually, see, the program which you write will be in one language, and the communication happens. I mean, like how the communication happens with the protocol. When you click on run, how it happens actually. Actually, this is not required in this class, but actually I'm telling you the architecture how it works WebDriver. Okay, the script will be converted into URL. Okay, with the help of JSON wire protocol over HTTP. Okay, this URL what happens will be passed to the browser driver. Will be passed to the browser driver. And one more thing, like I said, browser driver and browsers. I said separate thing. So for Selenium in WebDriver, what happens is for every browser, what they are developed is one they are developed one browser driver. Browser driver. What is this browser driver means? Mm, I'll tell you. See here, client libraries Java will be. So what is the client libraries here? Our will be written in the form of Java. Selenium with Java, right? So Selenium supports multiple languages. Here, client libraries what is Java. Here, Java will be converted into JSON format. Okay. See, actually, it directly Java Selenium cannot understand WebDriver. So what it does? Yes. So here client library Java will be converted into JSON format and communicate with the particular browser driver. Okay. JSON will be converted into JSON format and convert with the suppose if you are launching we working with Firefox driver and converted communicate with the Firefox driver. Okay, the JSON will be converted into browser driver. Communicated with the JSON. JSON will communicate with browser driver. Okay, once the URL reaches to browser driver, once URL reaches to browser driver, then the browser driver will, I mean, like then browser driver will pass that request to the real browser. Okay, once I mean, like it converts into JSON format and the uh, oh, oh, I'm sorry, power I got. By this decision, sorry, Param. Actually, these are all unplanned. There is a voltage problem. I lost power. Please give me 5 minutes. or yeah, it came. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. Okay, understood, right? Okay, once the URL reaches to browser driver, then the browser driver will pass the request to the real browser. Okay, what happens? Hmm. Okay, yeah, real browser. Then the commands in Selenium script, commands in Selenium script will be executed on the browser. Once it reaches the browser, then the commands will be executed. Okay, actually WebDriver is an API, means it is an interface. The WebDriver is an interface. An API means it is an interface. Okay, suppose you have some task to perform. You are not able to perform. That you will be assigned the task to some X. X will perform and provide the output. That is nothing but an API. Suppose, what is an API? Do you know what is an API? So in no, it's API means application programming interface. What it will does is, suppose you are performing some task and you are not able to do that task, so that you will assign that task to some X. Okay, that X will perform and provide the output. That is nothing but an API. Means suppose if you are doing suppose in climate, I mean in the news channels, and they'll provide the climate, right? How they'll provide the climatic conditions? They cannot go and verify, right? So they'll have some API. They use that API. Using that API, they get the temperatures of the particular area. So if they are in, suppose in one city, and they want to know the temperature of the, through API, they know the temperatures and they provide. So it's a third party. For everything, they will have a third party. So it is a API. Okay, this is how the architecture works. So it is divided. I mean, there are four components. That is language bindings, JSON web protocol, browser driver, and browsers. Okay, what is every script what you write in Selenium is converted into URL. Okay, with the help of JSON web protocol. Okay, this URL will be first passed to the browser driver, and JSON will communicate with the browser driver. Once the URL reaches to browser driver, then it passes to the browser. Then commands in the Selenium script will be executed on the browser. Clear how it works? Yeah, JSON means it understands, suppose it will be converted into JSON, right? I mean, whatever the command will be converted into JSON. I mean, like, JSON will communicate with the once the URL reaches to the browser driver. I mean, like, JSON, what it does is, the main purpose of JSON is like it translates from one language to other language. It can understand. It will under why it comes in between, because it can understand the communication between them. Without JSON, it I mean, like, it converts it into these things. First, it will convert these Java into JSON format, and it will communicate with the browser driver. So once it reaches to your browser driver, then browser driver passes to the I mean, like, browser driver also understands the JSON format, then it passes to the browser in their language, in their communicating language. After, so that's why browser driver also comes into picture, because direct browser means it cannot understand the language. So that's why these browser drivers are there. Why for every browser there is one browser driver means, for browser driver they to understand the language, this browser driver is designed in such a way that it understands the JSON format language. I mean, like, see, browser driver when it passes it to browser, then the commands will be executed on the browser. Then the request is sent to the, then the request will be going to the browser, and the browser will send the request to the server. In that way, that communication happens. See, normal communication when you open a launch a browser, what happens? You'll be sending request to server, and servers will send back the response, right? Same way, this also happens. Clear, right? Actually, this is not required in this our program, but just to give you background, what happens in the background. Okay. Next, let us go XPath. XPath. You know what is XPath? Yeah. So we'll do that. XPath is defined as XML path. Okay. It is syntax for finding any web element on a page. It is used to is defined as XML path. I mean, it's just a syntax to find out the location of an element, any element of the page. Okay. Generally, if you take any website, what is expert generic expert double slash tag name at the rate attribute equal to value. This is a generic way of writing an expert. Do you know this? You used it, right? Yeah, you know, right? No, just asking. I mean, do you know what is like? So you know how to write all the experts. You know how to write all the experts. So if I try to find the expert for these element, email text box, what can I take? What is the expert here? What are the properties? What are the tag names? Um, See, these are input is the tag name, type, class, name, ID, data, test ID. These are all the attributes. So the values of in tag attribute is email, input, login, form, text box, name, email, royal underscore email. These are all the values. Clear, right? What is the so how will you write a generic XPath? Is double slash tag name at the rate attribute equal to value. Means what is the tag double slash tag name? What is the tag name? What is the tag name? At the rate attribute is type. The type at the rate email. Okay, this is a way to write the XPath. One way of writing an XPath. Clear? How to check if XPath is correct or not means 1 minute. So I have one add-on tools. This is I mean like I searched in Google and I got two tools like add-ons. What are the things is relative expert helper. Relative expert helper. This is expert here. 1 minute. I'll type whatever the expert I have written. Oh, you paste it over here. Then what happens is make it down like this. See, this will be highlighted in blue color if you see. Can you see that? Yeah, we have to download. It's a Chrome add-on. So XPath will write it to check whether it is correct or not. I'll tell you how to download. I mean, like, you have written the XPath and you want to verify whether it is correct or not. So this is the way. See, double slash diagonal at the rate attribute equal to value. See that it is highlighted in blue color. Can you see that? So now what I'll do, if I want to identify for the other element, what I'll do, the password. What I'll do, in place of email, I'll paste password. Now see, other element will be highlighted. Can you see now? And even this tool can, what it does is, it can identify the XPaths also. So suppose if I want to know the XPath of login, so instead of writing, I mean, it's always good to know how to write. Instead of writing what I'll do, I'll click on right click. See, the default XPath is generated. Can you see? XPath XPath for login has been generated here in this. If you write and if you want to check, you have to do it here in this column. Clear? Yeah. Hmm. Clear, right? That is one way of writing an expert. Another way of writing an expert, there are so many ways in the expert only. There are so many ways to find out the expert. Okay, there are in expert there are two types like absolute expert, relative expert. Absolute path, relative path. What is absolute path? The whole structure, you know, right? Whole structure, it from the tree node, from the root node, if you can say. Suppose for this email, if I want to write an absolute X path, it won't start from this input. This is a current node, you call it as why these X paths are used. It directly identifies the current node, not only X path. It's a relative X path. Relative X path always focuses on the current node. It always focuses on current node. It's always better to follow relative expert, because why I'm saying because suppose if there is a absolute expert means, I'll tell you. Suppose how we are going to which input is there. So how will you come, like, see how the from the HTML we are coming. How will you write, like, there in relative expert always starts with the single slash HTML slash, what is there after that, head slash head slash body slash div. Okay, slash div slash span, like that. I mean, like, I'm telling for an example, you know, right? You have got it right what I'm trying to say. So till how we use this. Yes, we use relative path. Yes, we have to use only relative path. I think it won't even highlight it. So only for X. This image. You got it right what I'm trying to say. So till password, I cannot type all those things now. It's very, I mean, like, it, it is lengthy. So it is very lengthy. I cannot type HTML and body div of 5 like that. It, So, why means relative expert. Suppose in between there is one functionality added in between, or there is something added, some link added or some link deleted. So the count of the div will be changing. Suppose if you put div 5, the div will be 4 only. So there might be a chance of dependency. You should, I mean, like once if you change anything, the entire structure will be changed. So that's why it is always better to concentrate on relative X path, in relative path instead of, because relative path will highlight only we will select only the current node. We don't come from the root node. Clear, right? Next way of writing X path is using contains keyword. Contains method. What is contains method means? Double slash diagonal double slash diagonal contains at the rate attribute comma value. Okay. Double slash diagonal contains at the rate attribute value. So I'll tell you how to write. See, this is like if you take the same example, if I write with doubles, if I write for this element, like if I write for this email, so how will I write this? See, I'll select this one because this is big. Something, any example I'm trying to give or double the tag contains. What is contains? Contains. So contains, using contains keyword we write. So attribute. What is an attribute? At the rate class is an attribute. At the rate class, comma. I'll not write entire thing. I'll write little bit input text like this. I'll select some because it contains, right? I mean, you can write whole thing also, but it should highlight. Why we do this means it is one form of writing an expert. See, why we do this is, wait, let me tell you. Why it is not highlighting. One minute. Wait, let me tell you. Why we write is like, suppose you don't have everything. If this is very big, input form, login form, if it is very big, see, if I enter this, see, it is highlighting two text boxes. So, I mean, like, why we have to use this or that thing, I'm not saying. So, I'm telling there are different forms of writing an expert. I mean, it might suit one or the other way. Sometimes you'll not get direct expert. So, for this element, I don't get direct expert here. In the HTML structure, I don't find it. Okay, there is no tag like that. There is no tag. So, if there is a contains keyword, something like that, using contents you can write some attribute you have to use. So in that way contains, it is very it is some your attribute value is some one line, big line. It is one sent two to three lines. You cannot put all that thing, right? You are understanding what I'm trying to say? Yes, when you don't have direct ID we'll go for this. Okay, it's not like, see, there are different ways of writing an expert, and this is one of the way you can say. So see, now I got this. What I'll do, using ID only I'll write contains. @ID equal to email address. That's it. It should always start with single quotation. See, we got highlighted. Clear? If you are clear, I'll go to next one. And another way of writing next path is using or and end. How to write using or double slash tag syntax I'm telling attribute equal to value, or generally we don't go for or, but I'm telling you we'll go for and but not or mostly. Value 2. Okay. Another way is using and is double slash tag attribute equal to value, and at the rate attribute equal to value. Clear? This is way how to do that, right? First we'll see and. See, when you'll go for and is, I'll tell you one scenario here only. I have written at element identified element with attribute double slash tag name. What is the tag name? Tag name is input at the rate attribute is at the rate type at the rate class equal to okay, and I'm writing and at the rate id equal to email. So this is like if I write with this only XPath with this value. First let me write and show you with this value. What happens is you will identify 2 or 3 elements. See, it is on 2 elements are identified. Uh, because the class name for both of them is same. So that time what I'll do, I want to put some unique. See, I'm telling you example, trying to create example for each of them. But that time what I'll write is, I'll use and no, it's not working. See, now it worked. So normal and it is working, not caps. Okay. See, now only one is highlighted. Means like filtration it is. Here, no, no, I guess I never used. Wait, let me try. We are filtering more. Or means, or general, it's there, it's a why we need to means it is syntax. I mean, like, what scenario? Generally, in real time, we don't use or. In real time, I never use because or means already we get it right. I will like see or same way here. If I use or, both will be highlighted. Why to use or then? It's waste, right? See if I'll use or here. So they see all will be highlighted. What is the use of using it? See if I use or, both will be highlighted. Can you see? So I think it's of no use. Okay. Okay. Next is what else we have to do? Or you understood and also you understood, right? Next is starts with double slash tag me. Starts with as the rate attribute common value. Okay. Same way we have ends with also. Similarly, double slash tag. You understood why we are using starts with and ends with. Same way like contains. Sometimes you have very big line of attribute value. So that time you can go with starts with. Shall I show? Is it boring? Is it boring? See, for this I can use starts with it. See, this is highlighting two. That is another story. But this, we can write like this. I mean, you can consider it for other attributes, not for this attribute. But I'm telling you the way to write. Because if I want, if I search now, what is the attribute which starts with, it will take time. That's why I'm not searching. Okay, this is one way, and ends with what I can write. Same way ends with what I'll do here only. I'll copy this and paste it over here. And I from last I'll take full is there, no? No result. Sorry, NC. 1 minute. I'm trying for all the best. I'm trying for this ends with scenario. Should I try with anything? Okay, 1 minute. Hello, are you there? Hello, hello. You are there? Okay. not your left. I'm not sure whether this works or not. Mauny phone man. Hmm? Hmm. Yeah. She was asking some physiotherapy related treatment. So I told call him. Array. Wait, I need to search in Google. As per my knowledge, it is ends with only. Okay, I'll check tomorrow that one. Leave it. Ends with you can make a note. Okay, next is double. That is not that important because generally we don't go with starts with and ends with rare scenarios. This this one contains will go, but not starts with and ends with. Generally, we'll go starts with, but not mostly ends with. Okay, but I should cover right. I'll cover. This is another way. Just type text equal to value. This is another way. If you have direct to text, uh, this cookie policy. Let me check whether if you have. Here, this in these scenarios, if you want to know the different XPaths, we can use even Selenium ID because the different ways you will. Yeah, here we can. 1 minute. Double slash time. We will use data policy for data policy. Double slash time. See, direct text. This is highlighted. Got it? Double slash time text equal to. These are the different ways of identifying expert. You understood, right? These many ways we have. The next scenario, see here if you don't have anything, if I show you 1 minute, if you go to HTML structure, see for this data policy, we have ID, target, and will follow, but we have href, a tag, anchor tag. This is called as anchor tag. A. When you have anchor tag, so you can directly use text. So when you have like text here, it is just there in anchor tags, but it does not have any attribute like id, class. It is not mentioned anything. Id is there, but I don't want to go with id. I want to go with this thing text. Then I can go. because you have text. Here also I can go text because it is also an anchor tag, and you have directly text in between the anchor tag. Clear what I'm trying to say? See, these are different ways. Sometime you don't have any options. You have only text. Then you can go this. It's like tools in your hand. It's like for different sizes, you have different tool. So this is a normal XPath, and we have another concept called XPath axis. I mean, do I need to cover? I think these are not there even in these syllabus which you are have given. But I want to cover that also. That is an advanced version. I mean the XPath axis. These all the this is XPath is there in syllabus, but XPath axis, which I want to say you that is not there in syllabus, but I want to cover. XPath axis. See, XPath till now what we have written are all XPaths. For a normal application, you'll find it. Suppose there are some applications which is in development state. You don't have attributes everything for that application. Then we'll go for an advanced concept called XPath axis. Actually, that is not there in the syllabus also. XPath axis, but I want to say because it might be useful sometimes. Okay, see, some applications they don't give attributes all the thing, which is I mean like which is like they don't give all the attributes. You'll not find much attributes for that application. Then that no, it's not that it's not an absolute X path. We are talking about absolute X path, right? It's not like that. But see, suppose you have attribute for this. Suppose you have attribute for this, but you want to find. I don't have a password. This password text box. Based on the email, this username, I have to find out the XPath for password. I want to highlight this basing this one. I have for this, but I don't have this. But I have to find out this XPath based on this value. That is XPath access. Okay. Uh, 1 minute. How to find out? Double slash. Are you boring or you want how you want a gap? No, just ask me. See, there is like following in XPath axis. We have some things like following, preceding, child, ancestor. You know this. Follow, following sibling, descendant. Okay. See, don't think much. Certainly. Okay. See, you write the expert for now. I told this class, right? Now you have to write with expert for email. Can you write? Yeah, tell me how to write. Who will give? Who will give double slash? Uh, uh, you tell me which attribute I have to pick. Okay. Sorry. Hmm. Okay. Now, what I have to do using following means following tag name. What is the tag name? Also input. So I don't have anything. I with only I have input. Suppose example you think like that. Input first I'll put like one means the first element, the next. So see, can you see? Did you got it? Not sure which. Yes. So you understood, right? See, based on the what element we have values attributes for this email, but we don't have a password or login, but we can find it out. Clear? Tag name, no. Mm, yes, because you are depending on this tag name, not this. I mean, like, suppose if the tag name is, okay, I'll check. Copy this once. Okay, now this tag name is A. So we'll put A because it comes after that, right? So of no after that, what is coming? A element means I feel there is no between after email. So see, clear? Highlighted that. Not only that, we can write even this like this also, another double quotation at the rate. We can write the attributes for these also. So shit. I mean, you can form another. What I'm coming to say is, you can form another attribute, expert attribute. Okay. See, you got it right. What is the following? How to write for following? Okay. Preceding means same way. The before ones. Okay. Try this preceding. You try by using preceding. You can search in Google. So child means, suppose, parent child means, suppose, just what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to give you like assignment sort of thing. You highlight me and tell me, send me screenshots after you practice in WhatsApp. See, in place of following, use precedent. In place of following, you use child. Child means, how means, suppose you have parent. In HTML structure, you have class equal to FB index special. This is a parent class. For the, this is a head, is a header is a parent. Child means, for this, these are all childs. Okay, like that. So if I search for any scenario, like see, this is a parent. For this child is this thing, like that. You can write for this and double slash a, like this, following double following child, like that. Means only child elements will be highlighted. So ancestors means like your great grandfather, like that, on the top. So following sibling means, suppose, mm, here it will come. Following sibling means 8th January we have. See, this is a parent. No, this is not a parent. Yeah, yeah, this is a parent. This is a parent. This is a parent where three are highlighting. This is a one drop down. Select. Okay, which has values of day. Day. The next we have month. So this day is sibling to this month. Similarly, this month is sibling to year. Got got it right? If you come in this direction, it is forward following sibling. If you go in backward direction, that is preceding sibling we have or not. I'm not sure. Search in Google because I want to give you an assignment, because it's like same. The just we need to change the, instead in place of following you put it this child, in place of following sibling you put it as, if I'm not sure with the preceding sibling it should be there, but I'm not sure. You check in Google. Okay. mm, Next, descendant means select only child elements of current node. I mean, that is also looks like child elements. Okay, you search it. You search the meaning, and I want XPath you to identify the XPath for these things and try it as an assignment. because I told these many, right? Might be I should check right you other understood or not. So you try in Google, you'll get it. It's not. Yeah, try this out. It will be interesting. If I tell everything, it will be boring for me and boring for you also. When you try, you will feel interesting. Okay. See, XPath only these. Okay, let me stop the recording.